The content of this podcast is intended to provide general information about Tarion and new home warranty coverage in Ontario. The content is accurate as of the date of the recording, but may later be affected by changes in legislation or policy. The content should not be used as legal advice. You are encouraged to consult with your lawyer if you are seeking legal advice related to buying a new home or about the warranty program. Please visit Tarion.com for the most current information about your new home warranty.
This is SSN
Story Studio Network.
Welcome to Unpacked, a Tarion podcast about the new home journey in Ontario. By law, all new homes built in Ontario are provided with a warranty by the builder. Tarion's role is to ensure that buyers and owners of new homes receive the coverage they are entitled to under their builder's warranty. I'm Barb DiGiulio, and over the past 7 episodes, we've taken you through the home buying process and shown you where Tarion can help along the way. There is still so much information to get to. We will explore a lot of that today, including whether there is anything that can affect your warranty, buying a resale home that is still under warranty, and changes to the coverage that buyers should be aware of. Joining me today are Sophie Vlahakis, Vice President, Warranty Services with Tarion, and Steve Haagsma, Manager, Warranty Services, also Tarion. Welcome to you both. Thanks a lot for doing this.
Well, thanks for having us.
Thanks for having us.
Some of what we are going to discuss today includes some special situations and how the warranty works, some recent enhancements to warranty coverage for Ontario home buyers, and a wrap-up of the important things that purchasers need to know. We're going to get started, Sophie, with some special situations in which different rules apply under the warranty. Let's talk first about seasonal items. What are those, and how do different rules apply?
Seasonal items are those things, mostly outdoors, that can't be repaired during certain times of the year. So, for example, grading, sodding, that can't be done during the winter months, clearly because of our climate. Some roof repairs, for example, those are items that can only be done certain times of the year, mostly in the warmer months. And those are items that we can consider seasonal, and the repair timelines for those items are different than kind of normal construction items that don't require seasonal weather to be repaired.
Steve, is some of why they're called seasonal items because there are only certain seasons where they can be dealt with?
Yeah, seasonal items can only be dealt with during good weather, right? So that good weather is usually between May and November. We have seasonal and special seasonal. Some of the seasonal items would be, big example of that would be like the paint on your front door, caulking. Those things are pretty much impossible to put on properly and correctly during like the winter months, just because of freezing temperatures. And it's good for both parties, homeowner and builder, to be able to do that in those proper time periods. The special seasonal items will be related more to your grading and sod, and that is, for the builder, it's 270 good weather days between that time period as well. So sometimes it can take, up to 2 years before, we require that the builder installs sod on a property.
Okay, so I'm assuming then that when both sides make note of this repair that is needed, there will also be some direction to the home buyer that this will happen at a later date because it is a seasonal item.
That's right. Our correspondence in our communications to home buyers do outline their timelines, and the My Home portal that we have. So every homeowner in Ontario is advised that they can go onto our website and create a My Home account, which is our portal, and that gives them their timelines. It gives them their normal timelines, their seasonal timelines, and their special seasonal timelines. And that's really important because it does provide a homeowner or home buyer with a timeline for how their warranty is going to run over the course of the 7 years that there is the warranty applies to the home.
So I do want to ask about something that is technically outdoors. It's air conditioning. And if there is an issue with it not being installed properly or it not working during that time, is there any kind of exception? Because it's very difficult, especially the way our Julys and Augusts have gone, to go through a whole summer without air conditioning. How does that work?
In certain situations, we do consider a lack of air conditioning at certain times of the year, especially in the hot months like July and August, to be more of a bridge timeline. So we would consider that the builder to have to deal with that matter more urgently than 270 days or during the regular timeline. So they are required to deal with air conditioning, a complete lack of air conditioning in the warm weather months more urgently than they would if it were October, for example.
One other thing that falls under special situations that I wanted to ask about is considered emergency situations. So those are things like floods or gas leaks, loss of electricity that would result from the builder's work and not the municipality or utility provider. Steve, what happens if somebody runs into one of those situations?
First off, yeah, you would need to get a hold of the builder to see what the builder can provide for the homeowner. Definitely, the builder provides the warranty. They do most times respond to emergency situations.
Okay, and if Tarion cannot be reached and the builder cannot be reached, and it is a situation like no heat in the winter, can the homeowner deal with it themselves, and can they expect to be reimbursed, Sophie?
Yes, they can. So they can hire, let's say it happens on a Saturday or Sunday outside normal working hours, and it's a complete lack of heat in the middle of the winter. The homeowner can contact their own HVAC person to have the emergency situation repaired, and then submit to us an emergency form with copies of their receipts, paid receipts that we will reimburse them for, or have the builder reimburse them for that emergency situation only, not the underlying cause. That is something that we will deal with through the normal warranty, but the actual emergency can be addressed by the homeowner directly.
One thing that homebuyers may not be aware of is that Ontario is one of the only jurisdictions that offers radon coverage. Steve, I want to start with you. If you can quickly tell us, in case people don't know, what radon is, and how do you figure out whether you have excessive levels of radon, and how do you make a claim?
Yeah, so radon is a radioactive gas that can percolate through your foundation into your basement and into your home. It comes from the soils in the ground, and it's pretty indiscriminate as to where it shows up. It can be anywhere in Ontario. It can be, in any different situation. There are a few areas in Ontario where it's very common, but the only way to find out whether or not you have radon in your basement or in your home is to do a test. Some of the preliminary tests that are done are a short-term test, and that short-term test can be done either by a professional, or you can get your own test system from a hardware store like Home Depot. Home Depot carries them, but Tarion requires that a long-term test be done. That's over 6 months. Once we get those results, and from those results, if it's below 200 becquerels, it's something that we wouldn't cover. But if it's in the range of the 200 becquerels, it's something that we would ask that the builder take care of, and we would backstop that part of the warranty.
And you mentioned doing a test. Is there somewhere specific that a test needs to be sent in order to be sort of validated for Tarion and for the builder?
Yes, the test should be sent off to a certified radon testing company. There are many in Ontario, and you probably need to do a search online to find them.
Okay. And Sophie, let me ask you about the coverage for radon. How long does it extend into the warranty? And is this a negotiable or a non-negotiable in terms of what builders need to do if radon is found at excessive levels?
So I believe we're the only province in Canada that covers radon for a full 7 years. So we do consider it to be a major defect that is covered for the entirety of the 7-year warranty period. And we require builders to address excessive levels of radon when it is found. The excessive levels, as Steve mentioned, is anything over 200 becquerels, and that is a level that is set by Health Canada. And the labs and the technicians that will do the test are also listed on Health Canada's website. So you can certainly go on that website and find a testing facility and a testing technician that can do the test, the long-term test that we require for the results. But that is something that the builder must fix if it is found to be at excessive levels.
Okay. So there are also, I mean, this is a really interesting episode because we're talking about special sort of circumstances and exceptions that we haven't really gone in depth into on previous episodes. And the next one I want to talk about, and it has come up a couple of times, if you buy a resale home that is new enough to still be under the warranty, what do you as a homeowner need to do in order to make sure that the warranty stays with the home and that you essentially take over the warranty? Sophie?
So legally, the warranty does stay with the home. That is automatic under the statute that we administer. It does not go with the homeowners that are selling the home. The warranty is on the home itself. So if you're purchasing a home that is still within the 7-year warranty period, what you should do immediately is contact Tarion. We will ask for your agreement of purchase and sale that you have with the homeowner that is selling the home, and we will change the information in our system, which will allow you to create a My Home account and have access to the previous warranty claims that were made on the home, so that you're well aware of the repairs that were done to the home and what compensation may have been provided to the previous owners for which items, and then you can carry forward with any remaining warranty claims on the home that remain.
What if someone buys a home that is under 7 years old and they don't really do anything, and then something goes wrong, but they haven't become a part of My Home, haven't signed up for it? Can they still get coverage if it is within the 7-year warranty period?
Again, the warranty remains with the home, whether you create a My Home account or not. If there is an issue on the home, just contact us. Contact our main number, and we can walk you through the whole process and look up the home, tell the person where they are in the warranty process and what remains, what steps they can take.
Okay. Now, through this process, I know that homeowners are always encouraged to reach out to the builder if something goes wrong and if they feel like something might fall under the warranty. I'm sure it doesn't happen that often, but you guys can tell me if it does. Steve, what happens if a builder goes bankrupt, or if a builder is no longer building? Maybe they've retired and they cannot fulfill the warranty obligations. What happens in that case?
Yeah, again, the warranty is with the home itself. Tarion will cover that warranty for the full 7 years, whether the builder is involved or not, as far as if they've gone bankrupt or they're not working with us or with anybody in Ontario anymore. We would cover that warranty for 7 years.
I happen to know a lot of handy people who like to do work in their own homes and make plans even before they're in the door of what they're going to do. Sophie, are there things that people need to be careful about doing to the home? Are there any things they could do that might impact their warranty coverage?
Yeah, so the warranty does not include coverage for any alterations, deletions, or additions that a homeowner makes to their home. So when doing work on your home during the warranty period, a homeowner needs to be very careful that they don't impact their ability to make a warranty claim on an item that maybe the builder may be responsible for. So for example, the big one is finishing your basement. If you finish the basement and impact the basement or the vapor barrier or the foundation in any way, that may lead to a denial of a warranty claim downstream if you do find, like for example, water penetration. Another one would be changing your sliding door. For example, if you change your sliding door in the back, you put a new door in, and then later there's a leak in that door, you could be affecting your warranty coverage to that leak because you made a change to that door yourself, and that's not something the builder is responsible for. So you just have to be careful when making those types of changes during the warranty period that you aren't doing something that will impact the builder's warranty on that item.
So I can see certain, I mean, obviously those are really great examples because they're very common ones. And if somebody does want to make a change, finish the basement or replace a door or even a window, is there a way that they can go ahead and do it that will keep it within the warranty? Is there perhaps going back to the same builder, or is it the warranty is exclusive to how the home is when you get it?
The warranty is exclusive basically to the way the home is when you get it. So it only covers builder defects, so work provided by the builder. So you could go back to the builder if there's a defect with the window and ask them to replace it. So when they replace the window, if there's a defect to the original window, then yes, the builder may provide you with an additional warranty on that item. That's up to the builder themselves. But if you replace it of your own, then there won't be any additional coverage on it. So the home is basically, except with one exception on missing items, which I can talk later if you want me to, about basically the warranty is on the home as it is provided to you by the builder on the day that you receive the home.
Okay. Well, why don't you go into the missing items
right
now since you just mentioned it?
So we do have an extended warranty on missing items. So if a home is provided to you and it has items that contractually you are obligated to receive from your builder, one common example is a driveway. And it's missing, it's not there on the day that you take possession of your home, then you do need to note it on a warranty form, your first warranty form to Tarion, and then we will provide you with a 1-year warranty on that item from the day it is installed. So for example, if you take possession of your home in February and you don't have a driveway, you would note that on your warranty form to Tarion, and then in July, the builder installs the driveway, then you have a warranty on that driveway from the day it is installed by the builder, starting July, as opposed to February, because it wasn't there when you received the home.
That's really, really interesting. And also I would think could apply in a lot of cases, because I feel like most people I know who have bought newly built homes don't have driveways to start until a certain point. Is there any comparable thing that would apply for a condominium unit owner?
It could be anything. It could be maybe like kitchen counter wasn't there, or a backsplash that was to be provided wasn't provided. So it's basically any missing item that you are obligated to receive from your builder. So you just have to make sure it's something your builder was supposed to provide you with. And if it's not there, then again, note it on your form. And when it's completed, you do have a warranty that you have from the day it's completed. You can make a warranty claim to us and we'll assess it at that time.
So is it fair to say that people who are buying newly built homes who eventually want to make it their own, do some renovations, safest to wait until the 7-year warranty period is over before you start doing that, if you can?
It's safe to at least wait, I believe. I mean, it's a little bit telling someone not to finish their basement for 7 years can be a little bit tricky, because that's a long period of time. But at least I would suggest waiting for the 1st or 2nd year warranty, which is the broadest warranty periods to be finished before making any significant changes. Like for example, windows and doors are really only covered for 2 years. So if you go and change it in year 3, you're really not impacting your warranty at all.
Is that something, Steve, where people planning to make some changes should contact Tarion just to sort of find out for sure before they do it, whether or not it would be covered, if that makes sense, or whether they will lose coverage?
Sure, that's something that they can contact Tarion for. It's a lot of times too, people need to understand the warranty itself. So reading through those information packages that are provided within the on the website. Tarion has an extensive website that has a ton of information, and again, waiting for that time to do that repair or addition into your home is suggested, but it's not required. To add to that too, I think, the best time to wait for any repairs would be after the 2 years, just because the 2 years covers any kind of water penetration. And normally in a basement, we may not see whether there's water penetration within the first month or 2 months, but we would see something like that within the 2 years. If a basement is finished off and covered up, it can hide those defects behind those walls. So,
and also a good reminder that if you're not, looking just to make changes for personal preference, but if there is something wrong, there is a time frame where you should have it addressed before it will no longer be covered.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. I know there have been some changes in warranty coverage that new home buyers should be aware of, and maybe we can go through them all. Sophie, let's start with the temporary relocation allowance. Tell us about that.
Yeah, so that is something that is now covered under the warranty, and that is a relocation allowance is a situation where a homeowner needs to move out of their home because it is uninhabitable due to a builder defect or a repair of a builder defect. And so in those situations, a homeowner clearly needs to move out. Like, for example, if repairs are being made to all the flooring in the home and you can't occupy the home for a period of time because they all need to be replaced, then the builder is responsible for providing a temporary relocation allowance or a temporary place for the homeowner to be. Maybe they have a model home that the homeowner can move into for a period of time, or they are responsible for paying the homeowner $150 a day, up to a maximum of $15,000 in order to relocate during the repair.
It's, great for homeowners to know that is available. Sophie did talk about the extended warranty for missing items. Steve, maybe I'll get your take on that. I think it's a really important one that we should maybe touch on again.
Yeah, as Sophie explained, any items that have not been contractually provided by the builder, Tarion would need to be made aware of that first. Within one of the statutory warranty forms, right? If there's they didn't put a hard surface countertop on and that's what was in the contract, let's say granite, and it wasn't available at that time, and it took 3-4 months for it to arrive. Those are the things that we need to know whether it's missing or not, and then we can apply that warranty to that product, a countertop for that extended period of a year, right, from the time that it was installed.
Yeah, I think that's great. And I would assume that things like that would most likely be noted in the pre-delivery inspection. If for some reason they are not, do the rules still apply the same way?
Yes, they do. The homeowner would just have to note it on their first form to Tarion. So if it's not on the PDI, the pre-delivery inspection, and they move into their home and then realize that either they forgot to put it on their pre-delivery inspection or they've just realized it's missing, which happens sometimes, they can put it on their first warranty form to Tarion.
And let's talk about a change to the maximum coverage for freehold homes. This is pretty significant. Sophie, did you want to start with that?
Sure. So for any freehold home, with an agreement of purchase and sale that's signed after July 1st, 2023, the maximum warranty coverage has been increased to $400,000. It's currently $300,000 for any homes that predate July 1st, 2023, but we did recently make a change and increased it by an extra $100,000 up to $400,000.
Which is great. And we spoke way earlier in the series with Peter Ballasubramanian, the CEO of Tarion, and he talked about that. And I think he said I believe that it is at this point the highest amount across Canada that the warranty that Tarion helps administer is really, in his opinion, the best in Canada.
And we agree.
And we agree. All right.
Mm-hmm.
This has been interesting because there have been a lot of sort of special circumstances and situations that we have talked about. And it's really hard in an episode to cover everything. But before we wrap up, I just wanted to ask the both of you if you have any words of advice or anything to add to what we've talked about for new homeowners or potential new homeowners who might be listening? Sophie, let me start with you.
Yeah, I guess the best piece of advice I could give you is to ensure that you have everything written down on a form. Contact your builder. If you see any defect in the home or anything you're not sure of, please feel free to contact your builder. If you don't want to contact your builder, you can't get a hold of your builder, please contact us. Don't let things just sit there. If you're not sure what the next steps are, we do have a customer service department and a call center that you can contact, and they can help you through the next steps. Don't wonder, just reach out and make sure that you advise us of whatever your issues are, because then you protect yourself.
And Steve, what do you have to add for home buyers who are listening to the program?
Yeah, I agree with Sophie as well. Another thing that the homeowners should do is be proactive themselves to understand the warranty, understand what's covered. In some cases, they may not know that there's coverage for 2 years for water penetration. They may not know that there's 7 years in total for major structural. It's important for them to do the research and to understand the warranty as well. And again, it's all on our website.
Yep. For anyone who hasn't checked it out yet, and we talk about it every episode, the Tarion website has so much for people to sort of educate themselves and interactive tools. I think it's great and a great way for people to find out as much as they can while they are going through the process. Sophie Vlahakis and Steve Haagsma, thank you guys so much for doing this. It was really interesting. I appreciate it.
Thank you again for having us.
Yeah, thank you very much.
For more information on how Tarion can help you navigate and receive the coverage you are entitled to, go to tarion.com/learning hub. You've been listening to Unpacked, a Tarion podcast about the new home journey in Ontario.
This is SSN.
Story Studio Network.